Grand Rising and welcome to Millionaire Mindset Monday. My name is Danyelle Claxton. I am owner of Blooming Lotus Wellness. I'm also known as the social media goddess. And I have my co-host, Miss LaKeisha LaGrande, owner of Natural Living by Design and also known as AKA Madam Finance. Today is March 4th, 2024.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. So I am so excited for today. Our guest is going to be on probably around 9:20. They're finishing up another meeting before coming on to us. So yeah, so we got time to talk. LaKeisha, you look nice and all white. It's pretty.
Well, thank you. Today is my first day back to work. Natural fine. I got to catch up. I had a great conversation with Jacqueline this morning, and she was talking about how it's important for me to have balance, and so that is. I'm just work, and so much need to be done. I feel like I've been down for 6 days, haven't done anything but rested, and I'm just ready to get back into the swing of things. But I'm so excited that you are here today. It's Monday, March the 4th. Can y'all believe it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. The first quarter is almost over with.
And we have 2 months, May the 4th, 2 months, and we are in our conference.
We're in the conference. I'm so excited. There's so many amazing things that are going on. And, I know we all are leveling up. This is only the first quarter. We still got 3 more quarters to go for the year. So we got time to accomplish all the things that we want to accomplish for ourselves and our businesses. So
Yay.
Yay! Yes, I'm so excited about 2024. Y'all excited?
Yes. Yes. Everywhere,
Okay.
everywhere, no matter who is speaking, they're just talking about 24 that there's going to be so many breakthroughs, the momentum of life, ups and downs, but the ups are going to be so powerful. And so I was ready to go. I was ready to go.
And I feel so excited what's going on with my company, Natural Living by Design. I'm one of the owners. I have 2 other owners, those who don't know. And just to know what we're learning with AI, boy, I'm about to share some information with you all. It's going to help us enhance our businesses to the next level. But what we normally like to do on our Millionaire Mindset Monday, we have a success story. So today's success story is Andrew Sachs. Andrew Sachs was born in Baltimore, Maryland. His family didn't have much. So Andrew started working at a very early age. Andrew worked as a street vendor. He found products that people desired and peddled those products in time. This gave him an understanding of sales and a desire to one day have his own store. Andrew started to save his money. He didn't buy the things that people his age would normally purchase. He saved for his dream. Andrew then took on a second job to help save more money. He became a paper boy and continued to save all the money he could to start his own business. Andrew continued to work various jobs and peddle products on the streets until he finally had enough money to open his own small men's clothing store that he later named Sachs and Company. Andrew Sachs ran the store as a family affair with his brothers Isidore and his sons Horace and William. He believed that a man's family should work for the family business so they would never be forced to work for someone else's family. Andrew worked hard to grow his business, and after years and years of failures and successes, he started to have tremendous success. Today, Saks Inc. brings in revenue of over $3 billion a year. As a result, of Andrew Sachs pursuing his dreams and never giving up, Saks Inc. currently employs 12,900 people. Saks Fifth Avenue has partnered with 194 charitable organizations nationwide, helping helping people in need all across America. So it's amazing that Saks Fifth Avenue is still around and he's passed away. But see how that's still leaving a legacy?
Yes.
Still leaving a
Yes.
legacy. When you filling out your corporation papers, it's like perpetual. That means your business should outlive you.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Your business should be outliving you.
Yes.
And you know, the one thing that is in common that I really enjoy about these stories is that they all get they suddenly. Eventually, if you stay in the game and you
Right.
keep doing what you're supposed to do, you just stay in the race.
Right. Right.
Everybody get that time and chance. Everybody gonna get that suddenly. And when that suddenly come,
Yep. You take
There
it
you
off.
go. There
you
you
gonna
go.
go. It's not a race. It's not a race. So don't worry about trying to do it fast and quickly or paying attention to what other people are doing.
Mhm.
Just enjoy the journey. Like enjoy the journey.
Yes, you know what's inspirational about that story too is I'm thinking about my grandchildren and great grands.
Mhm.
Some of them gonna come through and be like, "Oh, I want to be good on my health and everything," and they'll be like, "Oh, my grandma, great grandma started this a long time ago, and I'm with it. I'm glad she left it for me." Yes.
Yeah. You know, me and my children, I have to say, I'm so excited. Even though I've been kind of not feeling well, but my oldest son is here in town. Like he's here in town, and
Okay.
amazing like family meeting, a short family meeting because
Oh, nice.
me and my boys are gonna start having twice a month, a day, to at least 2 hours minimum of our businesses, what we want to do, how we want to do it, the family.
Oh,
Because it's very important that you have these conversations with your children,
Yeah.
the
yes.
people in your family, so that they would know how to continue on the legacy or whatever
Oh,
the goal is. And I was so impressed with my 29-year-old talking about the structure, how to structure the businesses, the different corporations and different things like that. And I'm
oh,
working with my uncle also, so he's even stretched me even more, talking about the different DBAs, doing business as, and how those are fictitious names, and also the difference between a subsidiary and the way he wants to structure his business, because he's been in prison for years, so he does nothing but research after research after research.
yes, yes.
I'm just studying his strategy on how he wants to structure the corporations on top of the corporations on top of the corporations, because it's not supposed to be easy. If anybody want to sue you, it shouldn't be easy for them to be able to find you and know all your assets and what you got going on. And
Right.
then if you got partners within the organization. So I'm excited
Oh, that
about
sounds
putting together a
wonderful.
workshop on that.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
to structure, if you should have a subsidiary of your business or should it be doing business as, because a lot of people don't know about Saltscape Spa and Float, which is what we plan is it to be a subsidiary of Natural Living by Design.
Mhm.
And the benefits, so I'm excited about putting that together so us as African American women would know how to structure our businesses properly, because really nothing should be in your name. Even when we get ready to open up Saltscape Spa and Float, it's not even going to be a Natural Living by Design's name. one of our mentors said, no, it need to be in another corporation name. And then
Oh, wow.
I was like, wow, things that we don't do that other people know about, but we don't do. Structure, because I never thought about that.
Mhm.
That's true. That's so
Thinking
true.
that you look about a Zion will purchase the building. She said, oh, no, 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 no. That's not how we gonna do that. I said, oh, okay then.
Right.
Right.
So I'm excited to be able to dip into that, to learn that for my family and to learn it also for the Elizabeths, so for we can structure our stuff accordingly for our
Oh, that
family.
sounds awesome. Another thing I thought about too is, we don't think about making a corporation, not just a business, but a corporation to go under, the business can go under something and you can get other businesses under that corporation too. But
Absolutely.
go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, yeah, but that's something I thought about when all these people, Bill Gates has a corporation, all these big people have corporations. I'm like, okay, you have to think about it in a bigger way than just your company.
And
Oh, absolutely.
to file for a corporation doesn't cost a whole lot to structure your business from a DBA or a sole proprietorship or even a partnership. It's just filing the correct documents. What is it on your government website? So it's
Okay.
nothing. I know my last year I turned my business into a LLC because it protects your personal asset. You do need to separate your personal from your business. So
Yes.
if you haven't,
Right.
it costs the cheapest to file in the state of Michigan is what, $50, and it takes 3 weeks.
Yes.
But I did find out that if you need an expedited corporation, and I thought this was interesting, you can get have a corporation files in less than 4 hours for $1,000 through the state of Michigan. So
Wow.
they have tiers as to how fast you need a corporation. So that lets me know right there that if somebody has $1,000 to get a corporation right here, right now, you got some serious money on hand and some serious money and some serious business that needs to be attained to. So
Right.
knowing that you can go to laura.com or michigan.gov and you can actually file that business into into a corporation. It takes nothing. Different tax. And remember, corporations are basically nothing more than a business identity. It's a separate business identity, separated from you. So it's an entity into its own self to conduct business.
Yeah.
For those who are not familiar with a corporation is, so it does make sense. And you can have more than one corporation. That's the thing about it. You can have more than one corporation. Obviously,
Right.
have subsidiaries and different things of that nature. So don't be afraid to upgrade wherever your status is up at least to an LLC to protect your personal assets. And you're right, LaKeisha, the rich don't keep nothing in their name. Their cars, their houses. I mean, everything is either in that trust, that business trust, that family trust. Everything is hidden in so many different layers. They don't have stuff in their name. Not at all.
Mama Evelyn has her hand up.
I just
Yes.
wanted to share, along with LaKeisha, a story I don't know if y'all heard on Facebook this weekend. Her name is Ruth Gottesman, a former professor at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and the widow of a Wall Street investor, announced Monday that she is donating $1 billion to the school in the Bronx for students who are going to be doctors, for 4-year students, so they will go tuition free.
Nice.
Wow.
You got to have money to be able to do that.
And her husband was one of the, I guess he was friends with what's that other guy's name? One of the other billionaires. And yeah, but anyway, he was friends with, or kind of grew up in that era of making that money. And so yes, she was like, wow. And you should have seen those kids' faces. It was absolutely beautiful.
I would like to acknowledge Deetra. I loved your sons
Oh,
I loved it. I loved it. He came on. What was that? Was it Facebook or you
yes, that was
posted it, right?
Facebook.
Did
That
you post it in,
YouTube. Yeah.
didn't you post it in WhatsApp for us?
Yes, I did. I did.
Yes, guys, if you
I haven't.
haven't, check him out because he's talking about learning and reading and studying and stuff, and just, he just like I wasn't like that, but
He really wasn't, because I
but
was laughing.
I
I was like, you know what? I tried to reach you 20 minutes every night. You didn't want to do that.
but when we talk about corporations, make sure that there's the S corp and there's the C corp. C corp is double tax, so make sure you do the right thing. And LaKeisha, I know you're part of Legal Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was part of that, and I couldn't keep up on the stuff, but let's get somebody on here who can talk legal with us, and we can ask those questions, and so that we're not just going by what Facebook and you all those other things are doing, because there's all kind of teachings out there, but they don't know, because now with all the LLC, some people are coming in talking about the don't go LLC in particular, that you should go corporation, but C corp is double taxed. If you don't know that, you do that, and then where the S corp will give you, if you don't make money, you get to claim that on your own personal tax and stuff. But we really want to know,
Okay.
and not get our education from the social media.
Well,
Which
We'll
is
definitely
good because it gives you things to look into, and well, let me check this out, but do your due diligence around all of that before stopping, based on not just what you have immediately, but what your vision is. Where are you going?
so
that
speaking of social media, I was going to say that you're right. There's a lot of people doing a lot of education on social media. And one of the things about sharing your story, remember, if you're sitting there looking at somebody else's story and you're also sharing somebody else's story, what the missing is you sharing your story, whatever
Right.
that story may be. And that's fitting right into what we're talking about today as far as social media. Unfortunately, I got a text this morning from my guest. He actually took on, he's a social media director for the city of Detroit, Instagram and Facebook page. He's also the social media director for Black Tech Saturday. And he just became the social media manager for Harper Hill political campaign.
Ooh,
He texted me this
nice.
morning and said that his client needed him to do something. And guess what? When money talks, baby, I understand. I'm like,
Truly,
your client calls, you got to do what you got to do. So I do have to reschedule him for another time, but that doesn't stop the flow of everything of what we're doing. He was able to get the city 50 million eyeballs on the city of Detroit's Instagram page. If you want to know what's going on in the city, what festival, what programs, anything having to do with the city of Detroit, if you go to that Instagram page, you would be in the know of what's about to happen. Like, I know Easter Fest is coming up for the city of Detroit. So for those who are vendors, Easter Fest, I worked it with Rosa Renee last year. It was absolutely amazing. They had well over 1,000 kids out there, food trucks and giveaways and everything like that.
Where do they do that at, Danyelle?
This year, they are actually doing it at a different location. And I have to go to the Instagram page to find out where it's at. I saw it, but I swear, I'm one of those people, I get my news, I'm one of those generation, I get my news from social media. Like, there is stuff happening so fast right now, that stuff flies on social media quicker before the news can pick it up. Like, did you guys hear about the car that ran into the Walmart over in Canton?
Yeah.
I was at Best Buy Friday when I saw that. That was on the what is it? Dearborn something has stuff where they tell you what's going on around this area. That was on Dearborn's page.
Yeah.
Maybe about 5 minutes after it happened, before it got to Channel 7, Channel 2, before Channel 7, Channel 2, 7, 4 could even get into their trucks to get to Walmart. it was flying around on social media. That's
Wow.
that's how quickly this information is nowadays. And so if we are not putting our businesses out there, if we're not telling what's going on, the who, what, when, where, why, and also the how much about our own businesses and or organizations or what's going on, then people are getting that information from somebody else, or they're getting somebody else's conference information, or they're getting somebody else's workshop information, or they're getting that interest is going someplace else. So that
Right.
struck me as to how powerful it was, because now news is spreading before even the news people can get to it.
Right,
So think
right,
about it.
right. Yeah, because some things they're right there and it's like live. You're there before it even is ended, you know, right soon as it hits, bam, on, it's on. And
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead. The
you know,
Easter
I'm
Fest
just
is at,
saying that it's fast. It is so fast that you can get information, you know, because people are always now doing this and you don't never know what is going to happen. So who would know that an accident, you just happen to have your stuff on, right? And there's an accident. So you're in it right there, live.
popped
Bam.
up. Now, when I saw that it crashed in the Walmart, of course, I'm thinking, oh, this is ghetto ass Dearborn. That's the first thing that popped in my head. The Walmart in Dearborn. If you ain't been to a Walmart in Dearborn, it's ghetto. But when I saw that it was Ken, I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
Mhm.
That's
I
that's a
don't
little
look
bit.
at it being ghetto, but that's funny.
What you say?
I said I don't look at Dearborn
No.
Walmart.
Dearborn Walmart is, compared to Troy and everybody else, it's ghetto. It's just, it is what it is. But that's what I thought. You know, you hear a car crash into the Walmart, that's the first one I'm thinking that. But when I saw it with Canton, I was like, oh, this is a little bit different right here. So so I'm gonna shift gears and move like water. And like you said, we're gonna tag team, me and LaKeisha, about how to use what is it? AI, because I admit I do use AI when it comes to creating my captioning. Because sometimes my brain, I can't think about what to say. But if I tell, one of the things I did with Ethan, so first of all, let me go back. I went to an event called Black Tech Saturday, last Saturday. It was freaking amazing. Even if you are not in technology, you use technology in your business one way or the other. This right here is an ATM machine. This is a camera. This is a videographer. This is video editing. If you have one of these, which everybody does, this is really a computer in your hand.
It's a
You can sit
computer. I
here,
was just gonna say it's a computer.
sit here and make money. So this is your money maker right here. And if you
Right.
ain't using this to make money off your business, then shame on you. We're gonna start doing that today. That's how I look at my cell phone. So when people come to me, be like, "Oh, you spend X amount of dollars on a brand new iPhone." Yes, I do, because this is a return on my investment. This is gonna make me money. I went to Black Tech Saturday, found out there was a lot of people in all areas of technology. It was an excellent networking event. It was started by a husband and wife team and a 5-person roundtable, just talking about how Black people in tech can move up in the ladder. We only make up 8% of the technology field. And when I went, it had to be at least 200 people there. Did not know they had food there. Did not know they had an open bar there. It was free. So I was like, okay, y'all got some sponsorship somewhere, hiding somewhere. I want to learn how to get sponsorships to start doing things like this. I met Ethan, sat down, had a conversation with him, went to coffee on Friday, sat for 2 hours just getting related. And he's called himself a digital storyteller. So that's all you're doing, is just giving glimpse about what you're doing throughout your day, as well as inviting people to join you on whatever. You never know. You guys may sit here and think, I am not that much of an interesting person. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You guys have all different stories. Ebony was there. I love Shout out to Ebony, because I ran into Ebony Elmore. And I also met a new person through her who does hibachi. So, like I said, you don't know who you're going to meet at these events. And it was absolutely, absolutely, absolutely amazing. The next one is going to be March 23rd. It's going to be at New Lab.
Yeah.
And yes, you want to bring your kids. If you got kids, there was parents that had their kids up in there. And I'm so glad that they did, so they can see and they can hear. You know, kids pick up stuff vicariously just by hearing. So being in this space, you don't know who you're going to see. You don't know what funding opportunities are going to be there. it was amazing. I think all Elizabeth should be there with our t-shirts and our flyers and our QR codes and just get out there and just network, because it was a plethora of people, all ages. Yes, Mama Evelyn, I saw your hand up.
Oh, I was just, because you already said it. I remember, and I wanted to reiterate. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you again. So it's March 23rd, and what's the time and where? Because I've already discussed this with RJ, and he got in the car with me last night, and he was asking about getting an Instagram page in order to take orders to draw things for people and get paid.
That's an
Okay.
excellent idea.
Oh,
I
okay.
said, okay, so yeah, so I said, so in that case, we need you to know, you're not using that T word. I said, we're going to need you. And he said it. He said, you want me to experience. Yes, I want you to experience other forms of art, like the young lady that was on that we had on that has the classes at the rec center. So I said, we're going to experience that in a few weeks. We're going to go there. You're going to experience other forms of art. And he just needs some more, I don't think he needs it, but I think it would benefit to get more,
Experience.
yeah, more teaching in drawing, but he's really good at reproducing what he
Yes.
sees.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Okay.
if he gets an Instagram page, also I suggest getting a TikTok page, because TikTok is really more in his age, because it's so fast. But
Mhm.
taking the camera and putting it on there and watching him record himself drawing, because I sit there and watch people draw, and that's like the coolest thing ever. And then you speed it up to let it be like 30 seconds. Because remember, people got right now, our attention spans, thanks to social media, is less than a goldfish. So you got less than 5 seconds to capture somebody's attention on whatever it is that you're doing. Otherwise, they're just gonna scroll, scroll, scroll. But watching people draw, that is a big. I have a cousin that does murals and everything, and that's the one thing that draws attention and new clients to him, is when they sit there and they actually see him in sped up time, doing a mural or doing body painting or doing something like that. So that could be a thing. And especially if he gets commissions, like, people, I want you to draw something for me. Do the commission, show us the commission of what you're doing, and then shout out the person who you did it to. That's a way of getting more out there. Yes, LaKeisha, I see your hand up.
And I think this would be a good opportunity to talk with him about having his own business, because that's a business. If that's what he's thinking about doing, like, that could encourage him. You give him the support that he has his own business. He can start his own business. How young is he?
He's 12. He'll be 13 in a couple of months.
He's at the age to have his own business. You would be changing his mindset. Another opportunity is to get them involved in organizations, because there's a lot of organizations that will help him grow him, especially when they're young like that, and people see that they're trying. You will be amazed how much support you would get. When my children were young, when we had the restaurant, they was like 10 or 12. I used to take them out to introduce the business to different people. Do you know how many people came to the restaurant just because my kids was out there talking about their business? They was like very impressed that they was able to talk to the people. So that's something to really think about. You have global empowerment that's free, that's really for his age. For him to be able to get him in that mindset. My children think differently than most of the other people, even though they was like falling asleep. Now, I'm thinking I used to be so mad, but he's fine. They listening, don't worry about it. And so their mindset is totally different. Like, my house that I have, I want to give to. They don't want my house. It's too small. They think big. They want a mansion. They want to, you know what I'm saying? So their mindset and their thinking, you'll be introducing them to something that most of his friends are not thinking about. And it's always room for improvement as well. And I want to go back to where we were talking about earlier. I see some of the comments. Some people got to get their business back in good standing. That is great. Go ahead and do it. It's merely just paying the $25
$5.
for every year that your business wasn't. And I would recommend doing that because it gives your business leverage, because it's been more than 2 years. So you will qualify for these grants and different things that you have going on because your business has been established. So I really do encourage that. Another
Keep your
thing
business
too,
in good standing.
that being talking to my uncle, who's done a lot of research in it. And we don't talk about this a lot. It's like when you starting your businesses, a lot of people don't know about a registered agent, whether or not you should, how important. We was in a debate on how important is how you start your business off, and if you should use your name versus a registered agent, or should you use like a pill box and different things like that, because his thinking, he don't want nobody to know nothing. If they looking him up, they don't want nobody to,
But
he
we,
don't want nobody to know.
and I get that, but sometimes when you're
Let me
starting,
finish.
oh, go ahead.
Let me finish, because I lose my train of thought. As a registered agent, but my thinking is, when you 5 years in business or younger, people really not concerned about your business. And you can always change also. You don't have to have a registered agent, but it doesn't hurt to start your business off as a registered agent, but it do cost to have a registered, do cost to have a registered agent if you want a registered agent. And some people are like, well, what is a registered agent? What does the register, huh?
I was saying, that's what I said. What is it? You go
Okay,
ahead.
so when you sign up your corporation papers, your corporations, you can make yourself a registered agent, or you can pay to have a registered agent. So what the registered agent typically does is, like, most people like if in form of some type of legal issues, or you being sued, or legal things, they're the first in contact to make sure that you making sure your $25 is being paid every month. They just making sure that you're getting your mail, because you're reliable. You can't say, well, I didn't get the mail, I didn't read it, but they make sure that they get it. They're that first line of contact. So they help keep complete records of your entity, your transactions, any litigations, histories about your businesses, different things like that. And so sometimes I feel like when you people not interested in you the first 5 years, you ain't really making no money. But as you making money, you can always change as well, because it does cost to have a registered agent. You got to find a good registered agent where they're using the address. So now you're not using your address, and your name is not on the corporation papers. Period.
Awesome.
Mm.
Thank you. That's a yes, Queen Adoni.
Oh, I got it right quick. So, okay, confession time. Right in line with what LaKeisha was saying. So, for my salon in school, I had not paid anything for, well, when I looked, it's like 5-6 years. And a plug for tomorrow is that Tina Williams is coming on tomorrow from QT Business Solutions. And they have, like LaKeisha was saying, you need to have your business for at least 2 years. And so I have passed up many opportunities for grants because I did not have my stuff in order. So I went and I said, this is really just stopping me from going to the next level in my business. So I checked the state, and now I know what to do. I even went on and I asked my credit union for a loan. I said, maybe this is stopping me from going any further. So I could do all these dreaming and laying out stuff. Then that's it. That's all I could do. So that is complete. They approved me. And now I'm able today to go in, thank you, and get everything lined up. When I first started business, I was on it. But life can come in and then, you're not doing stuff. And so you just, let it go and stuff. But so, so tomorrow she will be here on our show talking about how much money is out there. As LaKeisha keeps saying, there's grants. Well, I'm really happy now I can apply for all of that stuff, and so I'll be like moving like water,
Yeah.
going in and out, over, under, and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Because one thing about it, I'm sorry, Queen. One thing about it, if you don't apply for it, you definitely don't have a chance. And there's no reason with artificial intelligence to be able to help you to be able to form the best response, that it is for your business. That
Right.
And to have RJ start his own business, like, they may not understand it at first totally. I had my oldest son start his Purest Point. And we talked about it. He hasn't done anything about it, but as his mother, I'm making sure, okay, we got to pay this, do this, But now he's at an age, he ready, he's into like mental health. That's his area. And do you know how much money he can get in the area of mental health and helping people? My baby is smart. I'm just listening to him. I said, ooh.
But also remember, a lot of these grants too are also not only looking for your business structure to be for you to have a website, but they also checking, I call it the board. Okay. I call social media the boards. So when you hear me say I'm checking the boards, I'm checking social media for whatever it is that I'm looking for to find out blah, 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 because it's so informational. So your business, we're not talking about you personally, although people do like to know about the people behind the business, like Melissa Butler of the Lip Bar. I love following her and seeing her event. She's living the lifestyle that I want to be, but I also know you've got 12 years worth of work of you've been doing with the Lip Bar to be doing what you're doing. So I like that. But so I'm just saying, and what I want to do something as I learned something at Black Tech Saturday is they do something called a collaborative post. They did where everybody that's in the building did the same post at the same time. So if you think about it, if you got 200 people in the building and everybody did a story at the same time, how many people do you think actually got reached out because of that? Because everybody's doing everything all at once. We have got to stop being afraid of posting. We've got to stop being afraid of posting. What is it? I talked to an Elizabeth yesterday, and she was like, well, I got 5 videos already. I got 5 videos taped already. I'm like, well, why didn't you post them? Because they're not perfect. It ain't got to be perfect. The first time you start doing stuff is not going to be perfect. I'm gonna be honest. It's not going to be perfect, but practice makes perfect. So you keep building upon your skill if you keep doing it. So get out your head. Get out of your head and think like this has to be 100% perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but you got to keep posting. Secondly, I want to give you some tips about how to post for the Elizabeth conference. You do not want to post the same flyer every single day and say the same content every single day. You might want to switch it up, want to change it up. You may want to do a video and say why you're excited about the Elizabeth conference. You want to be posting at least 3 times a day, at least. And that's not just about the Elizabeth conference. That's about anything about you, not other people. Because think about it. Every time you share a video of somebody else's stuff and not your own, it's like we're not getting to see bits of you. And like I said, I love y'all because y'all will send me a video a second. I'd be looking like, where's your video at? Where's you? Where's LaKeisha? Where's Shashonda? This is nice. This is beautiful, but where's yours? I want to see you. And I want to see Phenomenal Woman. I want to see Natural Living by Design. I want to see Everett's or Elizabeth or Elite or City of Arts. Am I missing something, Queen?
I think that, if you're not comfortable, I think that 3 a day might be a bit much, or just stretch. but maybe attempt to be consistent, whatever it is that you're doing. If it's
Consistent. The
once
reason
a
why I
day,
say 3 a day, the reason why I say 3 days, if you want to, so you want more eyeballs on you. If you are, I'm not, some people say that the number of people that's watching you, it doesn't matter. I say that's a lie. If you're under 1,000 views on any of your social media pages, um, there's a potential that you don't have a whole lot of people watching you. The more eyes that are watching you, the more people that can like, share, and follow you, the more you get your message out there. The only way that you get that organic growth is by posting something about you. It could be a post, it could be a regular post, thought of the day, quote of the day, something that inspired you. It could be a video, or it could be a carousel, which is a picture or a few carousels. But you wanted more eyes to see you. I think on my Facebook page, and I haven't been watching it, but my Facebook page, I think I got at least about 12,000 people. I have 7.6 followers, likes, followers, and then I got like 4 people who are actually following me, which is growing on a daily basis. This is how you want it to be. I've met people who met me who like, I think I kind of know you. And it's like, but wait a minute, you sell those products, don't you? Oh, you're a belly dancer. Oh, you eat healthy. Like, they're telling me about me based upon what I'm putting out there. And that's a good thing, because that means that they're watching you. And if they're watching you, they're waiting for you to sell, not sell, but they're waiting for you to give your offer or whatever it is that you're offering based upon what you're putting out there. So a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to go out there because, Facebook is trash. Okay, who are you following? And who's following you?
so basically what she's saying, so everybody is at different levels, so I do respect Danyelle's opinion, but everybody have to start somewhere. So, some type of post is better than no post. Quality, being consistent is the most important thing. So as you build your following, they can rely on, oh, she's gonna at least post daily, or she's at least gonna post on this particular day. Like, consistency is the key.
It's the key.
Once you advance, okay, but there should be 40%, it should add up to 100% when you're doing your post. 40% of value content. That's something that's very important that you are saying that's going to help somebody, enhance somebody. So 40% value, 30% lifestyle. That means what you're doing. They want to know about you, what Danyelle was talking about earlier. 20% a call to action for them to do something, to click this, point that, buy this, share this, a call to action, and then 10% quotes. So that all adds up to 100%. And I learned that from this multimillionaire, that he is a social media guru. Another thing also, I think that would be helpful. We talk about social media, but I think that to be knowledgeable of the tools, different type of tools to use, I think is what's missing. Just to say post this, post that, we need to have tools, actual things for people to be able to be successful in the social media area. So like now we working with a mentor, and he recommended a software scheduler called Later. So eventually, at first I started doing Later, but then I started doing more research, and now we're going to use something called Metricool. Metricool. And that is really easy to learn, where you can learn how to schedule. Because if you're not used to, you might as well do it right. Maybe learn it.
Let me add on to that. Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, they do have tools inside of Facebook and Instagram for you to schedule your post out as well. So if you're just starting out and you're not, you can go into Facebook and Instagram and you can schedule a post. You can also schedule stories out too. Within a lot of these social media platforms have gotten hip to their competition, which is the schedulers. So they built it in. So I'm gonna have to do a workshop, because there's a lot to this. It's a lot, but like you said, if you start applying it little bit by bit, then you will actually get it. And then I'm going to add on to what you said about the 40% value and the 10% adding on to that. Ladies, I want you to write down right now 5 things that you can talk about off the top of your head. If somebody said, Mama Evan, I need you to speak to a group of college students, like in about 30 minutes. What 5 topics could you talk about off the top of your head that's related to you and your business off rip? Like for me, I could talk about health and wellness, social media, spirituality, caregiving, working in the caregiving industry.
And belly
and
dance.
also working in the salon industry. I can write that off the top of your head. Who can talk about, who can say what top 5 topics they can talk about right now?
That's easy.
Go.
Easy for myself because I could do life insurance, Medicare insurance, health care, business, finances. That's my 5, but I can go on.
Hey, go Queenie Dooney, go. What's the top 5 topics? Go.
Oh, tambourine, music.
Yep.
Production.
Yep.
Elizabeth. I mean,
Yep.
passion and purpose.
Okay, go.
Grandma.
Go, Mama Evelyn. Top 5 topics. Go.
Doll making, jewelry making, mixed media, art making, sewing.
Got you. Deidre, I'm coming for you. Top 5. Top 5.
I'm going to admit I walked away, so I don't even know what we're talking about.
Now give me the top 5 topics. Give me the top 5 topics you could talk off the top of your head without thinking. Like if somebody said, I need you to speak on the podcast right now. What top 5 topics can you talk about right now?
Food, herbs, health, weather, exercise.
Okay. Go, Jackie. What's the top 5 things you could talk about off rip?
Points of financial literacy, budgeting, money management, scheduling your life, retirement planning.
Okay. What I just did is I just gave you guys what they call content pillars. Content pillars. You just discovered your top 5 content pillars that's related to you and your business. You should be able to, if you write that down, and I would like for everybody to write that down. Now you got a basis as to what you can create your content around, because it's all about you. And then once you do that, we're gonna break it down, because I really see I'll have to do a workshop where we get that. But you already know you know you better than you. Sandra, I didn't get you. What's the top 5 that you can talk about off rip?
Rhonda.
Rhonda, I'm sorry.
That's a good question. But I do have some comments about the other stuff. But I would say I like financial literacy, entrepreneurship, dance or the hustling ballroom, scholarships, and I don't know, maybe grants. But that's really good. And thank y'all for this. But to this little bit right before you got here, I do think you and Keisha need to do a workshop on this, because I'm not taking notes, and I'm like, wait a minute, the schedule. I know a one is called Hootsuite as well.
Yeah.
So that's another one. And then maybe we all do need to do a collaborative post. And then I don't know, do we actually, Queen Aduni, have any videos about the Elizabeth conference and like with a promotional video? And then to Mama Evelyn, what I wanted to say is I'll have to get with my mom, but it's some resources out there. It's an organization that meets, I think, at Noni's. I don't know what they're gonna find out with the artists. Because we got an artist that did a project for us where we boarded up the houses and we painted on them. And then we had another artist. So it was one artist that came from that. Then we had another artist called Chaz. And he's like a world-renowned artist. And then also you may want to look into the Artist Village off of Lasser.
Oh yeah, I know John. I know his wife. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Also, I do look
Barbara
forward to,
Water. We didn't Barbara Woodard. Barbara.
Miss Woodard, how are you? What top 5 topics?
Grand Rising first.
Grand Rising.
Rising, sweetie.
I can talk about my business, Natural Living by Design. I can talk about music and singing. I can talk about our fabulous deodorant, Nat 100% natural deodorant. I talk about singing and my experience as a social worker in healthcare.
Okay, and also my elders. Also for my elders, don't forget, you guys got life experience. And so there is this one thing on social media called story time. Yes, as an adult, I feel like a good story to be spoken to me. There's a sister named by Risa Tisa. She created a 50-part, 10-minute series called Who the F Did I Marry?
Yeah,
I say on TikTok, when I say that it exploded a few weeks ago, because she was given a recount of her marrying a narcissistic liar, and how, it was deep. She did 50, so it was 50 parts, 10 minutes. Not only did she get bank off of TikTok for doing that, BMW reached out and is giving her a BMW car. Another social media influencer is gifting her a trip to London and Paris, all because she sat and put the camera up. It was just telling a story. That's it. She was just telling a story that took 50 parts. So that's what, 500 minutes? 500 minutes.
When I tried to watch it, it was long. It was like an hour, so 2 hours or 4 hours.
If you try to watch it all at once, it's a lot. But people were glued to it. People were stuck to it. They were like, what's next? The way she told the story, it was like she kept you going, waiting for the next part as to what was going on. I'm like, story time is big.
And you can speed it up a little bit because she was a little slow. So I went kind of, I haven't seen but one, but I speeded it up a little bit so she'd talk a little bit.
So and then her ex-husband came out, and now he got to tell his story and everything. Blah, blah, blah. But the whole point of it is, it's different segments too, because when you look at it, she didn't do it all in one take. It might have been like 5 videos in the car, 5 videos while she's getting dressed, 5 videos of her just, chilling out, whatever. And she just kept the story, but she kept the story going. And it's like,
Danyelle,
so go ahead.
Can we get Joy and Lolly?
Yes.
Before it's over?
Yes.
Yes. Joy, what are the top 5 topics that you can talk about?
Saving money, health, spirituality, money inheritance. I'm sorry, willing inheritance, and MLMs.
Okay, Joy, go ahead.
And also, I'm gonna get Lolly. Lolly, I'm coming to you. I'm gonna give you another quick assignment to take. Write down your 5 content pillars of what you can talk about off rip, and start searching for that on social media and see what other people are doing. See what other people are doing and how they're presenting that information out there. That gives you kind of an idea if you can find somebody that you like, that you want to emulate when it comes to you getting your content out there. Lolly, my favorite color, purple, and my favorite social media sister, because she be on it. She be on it. What are the top 5 things that you can talk about, my darling?
Okay. 1, curating, storytelling, music sets, working with kids in music and in creativity, health, wellness, and cannabis.
I like that. I like that.
Let me think. Oh, traveling from state to state and connecting with people. So how to how to connect and network in different states. One more. I guess movement, fitness, and happiness from a Buddhist perspective. There you go.
Lovely.
Love it. Lolly, you know what a wheel that I need? And I'm gonna tell you what I need from you. I need a video teaching me how to pack without overpacking.
Oh yeah.
I need to learn how to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we're going to Atlanta, so I need to know that too. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna but what I want to pack is some art because I can't think of just what we're gonna be doing for 5 days where I can't have my art.
That sounds amazing. And so another thing that we can do, we can all, what is one wheel, and I'm gonna say wheel because these videos make a difference, that we can get from each other. Like I said, Lolly, I need to know how to pack without overpacking. Jacqueline, I need to know more information about the system. Deetra, I need you to give me something about health and wellness. Mama Evelyn, I need to see a little bit more about your art process. LaKeisha, give me a financial tip. Like, if this is one way we can actually, and you can post this in WhatsApp, this is how we can get more content ideas based upon what we need what we can get from each other. Does that make any sense? Chandra, I need a hustle. I need that Beyonce hustle. I need you to break that down for me. The Queen of Sharonda, I'm sorry, I'm off today. Give me a tip about event planning. LaKeisha, I need a financial tip. So if we each pick one thing that we know that we are good at, put it in WhatsApp, what type of will you want to see from each other. I know I gave you a lot today, and this is just off the room. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm good. What is a carousel? A carousel is 3 to 5 pictures that people like to scroll through. So carousel is only 3 to 5 pictures. For those of us who take a lot of pictures and get like 75 pictures for an album, do not post every last picture because you're giving all the baby with the bathwater. Don't do that. Break it down to just 3 to 5 people because people like to scroll. So if you that's related within that picture and within that post. Did I explain that right, Sandra?
Sharonda.
Sharonda, I'm sorry.
I didn't know. That's why I asked. Oh, you want to mention carousel? It's a carousel.
Yeah, this is something that they like to scroll through, but it's no more than 3 to 5 pictures. It's like, okay. I got to write down my own homework because that just really came off the top of my head.
All right.
Any more questions for the day?
Well, we are at 9:59.
9.
And I'm going to say that, okay, 2 things. One is on the social media, as far as the conference is concerned, when everybody's at the table. And remember, I was saying, make them go through and, and make their picture or their name, their business card. I think what you just did would be wonderful for you to take. Okay, we're going to give 5 minutes. And each of you, 8 minutes, right? And each of you at their table, go around and say 5 things that you could talk about right now, and have them be engaged with one another. That is another way for them to learn, because I learned about what other things that you guys could talk about. And so that means you know more about it than I know about you knowing about that, right? Mm-hmm. That gets that table engaged in knowing one another. Okay. And I like that it was like 1, 2, 3, not telling a story about, because we had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was good. The other thing is in October, speaking about our youth, is that we are going to have in October the family run, I don't know what we're going to call it, but family owned and operated business expo. That's big, a lot of different classes. It is, and we're going to be partnering with all these businesses that can help get the business it going. Why October 1? You don't want to do nothing during the summer because everybody's on vacation and all that kind of stuff. September, they're spending their money on getting the kids in school. October, they're ready for something. And then November and December, they should be making plans for the new year. So we're going to do that in October so we can start thinking about that and partnering with some organizations that can help us bring that to the community, business, family-owned and operated businesses. I would take my niece called me yesterday, just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what she's talking about, but because I taught everybody, all my family, how to braid. All of them, because I'm gonna show you how I make my money instead of giving you money. So all of them, and she was so happy that she could refer somebody to my son who was light-handed because he was super tender-headed and stuff. So from that generation to the next generation to the next generation. So I want you to know that so we can start now partnering with these organizations so that we can have a very successful event, expo for our young people. So make sure, call, I'm really asking you to call people that you know who are in business or want to be in business, and let them know that Tina is going to be on here tomorrow. This sister is bad. She is awesome. And she has helped a lot. Their organization has helped a lot of people, businesses, to become, to get funding. And from now to June, what she said is there are like 6 or 7 grants, like 25,000 grants, but you can apply for each of them. So she really wants you to get in there now, get that going, and then apply in another area. Okay, I want to do marketing and stuff and get that money. And then now I want to deal with technology and stuff, get that money, but up until June. So call your people, tell them to be on here tomorrow so that we can get it going, Now it is for-profit. The businesses have to be in for established for 2 years by the state. And, but that didn't stop me. I just found out because when I went, Mama Evelyn went with me, and I was I was out of order, but I needed to find out what the information is so that I could get my ass in order, right?
Yes.
So
it's all about planning.
Right. Find out what you got to do and find out the real information. This sister, her organization is awesome, and there are a lot of other organizations, and this is through Detroit. What is it?
Business.
Detroit Means Business.
Partner with them, yeah. Detroit Means Business. I was very impressed with QT Business also. And talking about being connected to these organizations is the key. For you getting to be involved in these organizations, it's life-changing for yourself and your business. Like, this is the time. If you don't have a business, this is the time to get a business or to incorporate, reestablish, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Get it done. Yeah.
So call your friends tonight. Call them. Tell them they need to be on. I sent to every one of you except for Barbara. I will send a flyer to you. Send this stuff out. Sharonda, I don't think I have your phone number, sweetheart. If you could put that in the chat before it go, so I can get stuff to you as well. I got everybody else's. And let's make it happen this year, 2024. There's more.
Level up.
This is such an informative, what is it? Show. And Leah, we're gonna get with LaKeisha, because I want all my main Elizabeths to be on point with their social media. And we have to do this sooner rather than later. So I'm gonna get with LaKeisha, find out when we can do a workshop. Some of this is hands-on, some of it just requires practice, but trust me, I went to a event. I know Ethan's gonna start partnering with the city of Detroit to do community social media classes for seniors, so that seniors could stay related with their family members, due to a personal story that he shared with me. And I'm like, okay, well, share with everybody. However, when I say that, there's no excuses to age, a lot of people tell me, oh, I'm old, I can't. I have a 71-year-old that makes websites and is on social and doing Canva and doing all kind of stuff with her business. She know who she talking about, Miss Queen of Duty. I have 80-year-old that's on there. So there's no excuses to why age is not an excuse for not being able to get this. May get it at a slower pace, may work it at a slower pace, but the whole point of it is to get out here.
Yeah, I have
Is-
a savvy senior mother.
That's right. And then the other thing is there's a, you know, you remember the elder that passed, and she would cuss, and you know, they would and stuff like that, but everybody liked watching her, you know. And so there's another sister on there, an elder, and the young person asked her questions, and then she's so cute. And so she's out there as well. So we just have to figure out what works for you, and tap into our youth and have them to help us to put that stuff out there. Okay. And that being said, we are 10:07. It's been a great show. Thank you, ladies. And
Thank you.
let's do this doggone thing. Let's do it.
Level up,
Level
level up.
level up. You know what? I need to write a song. Level up, level up.
Well, I'm excited. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and do it.
No, go on and say what you got.
We want to thank you. Me and Danyelle would like to thank you all for coming to the show today. We wish you a lot of success. Today is a fabulous day to have a fabulous day. So let's give ourselves a hug. Even kiss yourself. Hug the world. Sprinkle love, peace, happiness, and joy to everyone around you and to yourself. And have a fantastic day on purpose.
And I'll put you guys' homework assignment in WhatsApp, and I'm watching you.
Hammer time, hammer time, hammer time.